Okay, dear students, so far in the previous lecture in surface chemistry, following topics we have completed already, that introduction, its terminology, like adsorbate, adsorption, difference between adsorption and absorption, what are the various types of adsorption, physical, chemical, two types we have discussed, their features, characteristic particularly we have discussed, and differences between both physical and chemical. Last topic we did in the lecture is the application of adsorption. Okay, today our lecture is most move around the new topic, that is catalyst, or you can call catalysis. Okay, what is catalysis? First of all, this topic is studied by the Berzelius. Okay, French scientist Berzelius, who studied this phenomena particularly, that he found that some reactions, which is a chemical reaction particularly, which is ongoing, like you can say conversion of nitrogen hydrogen to ammonia. Okay, but if you do this in the presence of platinum, the reaction moves with very much faster rate than the without it we are doing if it. So such substances particularly which increase the rate of chemical reaction instead of getting used, mean to say catalyst during reaction do not change, neither chemically nor quantitatively. Mean to say whatever amount you have put there for platinum, the amount also will be the same after the reaction, and its chemical composition also will not change. Mean to say the platinum will remain as it is platinum, it will not combine with hydrogen and nitrogen anyhow. Mean to say it not going to react chemically with the reactant or product. Okay, neither it is getting used, but the importance of this substance is that if we put that into the reaction will become speedy, or you can say the reaction chemical kinetics has become very enhanced particularly. One more example I will give, like potassium chlorate. If you heat it particularly, like about 650 Kelvin temperature almost you need it to decompose it into between KCl and O2. Okay, but if you do the same reaction, okay, if you do the same reactions in the presence of nickel particularly, this reaction happen at very low temperature at around 350 Kelvin, okay, and with much faster rate than the previous one. So those substances, so what we are defining the catalyst are the substance which increase the rate of chemical reaction, okay, which increase the rate of chemical reaction without going under any change itself. Mean to say itself they will not get change at all, but the reaction now is able to feasible, or you can say feasible, at a very faster rate and at a very different condition, which is more likely to be spontaneous, okay, towards the reaction. So this whole phenomena is known as catalyst, mean to say using substances to enhance the reaction rate particularly. Okay, now two more words you will get here. One is promoters and another one is poisons. How we will explain this phenomena particularly, like the same reaction, like conversion of nitrogen hydrogen into ammonia in presence of platinum. So platinum obviously acting as a catalyst over there, okay, but if you take some another particularly, like you put as well nickel is also along with it, or you can say in presence of iron can act as a catalyst, okay. Promoter will not act as a catalyst here. Promoter is what only enhance the condition, mean to say catalyst will start behaving more and more efficiency, with more efficiency. Mean to say promoter helps the catalyst to increase the rate of reaction further. But poisons which decrease the activity of catalyst. Like if you want to convert, like in petrochemical industries, okay, hydrocarbon particularly are fractional distillated to convert into petrol, and there we use a catalyst, particularly a aluminium silico aluminate, particularly silico aluminate. This is a zeolites. We will study further. Zeolites are also a kind of catalyst. So this aluminum silicate is acting as a catalyst over there. But if you put carbon in this one, mean to say you put the carbon in also, the reaction rate become slow. So that's mean carbon is acting there as a poison, while in the case here nickel is acting as a promoter. So the substances which increase the efficiency or activity of the catalyst are known as promoters, while which decrease the activity of the catalyst are known as poisons particularly. Is that clear? Okay. Now the next topic is regarding what kind of types of, you can say, types of catalyst or types of catalysis. So catalysis is divided mainly in two. One is known as homogeneous catalysis. Okay. The another one you can say first here, second I am putting here, heterogeneous catalysis. Heterogeneous catalysis. First we will know what is the homogeneous catalyst. Like a conversion of sulfur dioxide by using oxygen in presence of nitrogen oxides. Nitrogen, you know, many kinds of oxides. All kind of nitrogen you can use as a catalyst in this reaction to convert sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxides. This is an intermediate reaction which is happening in the preparation of the H2SO4 particularly. We need to convert their sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxides in one step. So if you are using NO particularly there, mean to say this substance is gaseous, this is gaseous, and this is the product is also gaseous. Your catalyst you are using is also here gaseous. So mean to say if all the reactant, product as well as catalyst are in the same state, mean to say whether they are all are solid, whether they all are liquid, or if they are gaseous, all one, it is necessary that all things should be in same states, otherwise the catalyst is not known as homogeneous. If any of them, either catalyst or you can say product or reactant, any of these state is different, then the catalyst will not, the catalysis process is not known as homogeneous catalyst. For homogeneous catalyst, it is necessary that reactant, product, and as well as your catalyst should be in the same state. At that time, the catalysis is known as homogeneous catalyst. For example, you can learn this particularly, conversion of sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxide in presence of nitrogen oxides. Okay. Now heterogeneous catalysis. For heterogeneous catalyst, you can learn a lot of example. We will from that, like the first one we already did, that nitrogen hydrogen converging into ammonia. You are using platinum over there. Okay. Now pay attention. In this also reactant and product in the gaseous condition, but your catalyst in the solid condition. So at that time, the catalyst, the whole catalysis process is known as heterogeneous catalysis. So my point I think is clear to you that if all the substances during the reaction are in the same state, that is homogeneous catalyst, and if all the substances during the chemical reaction you are using are in different state, if any one of them in the different state, the catalysis is termed as heterogeneous catalysis particularly. Okay. Now more things you must know about the catalysis is why we are discussing this topic in the adsorption, or you can say surface chemistry, because there is a mechanism, or that is you can explain that adsorption mechanism of catalysis. Adsorption mechanism as a catalyst. We have to study catalyst mechanism in two particular way. One is adsorption mechanism, the other one is enzyme, that is known as a key and lock. Enzyme also catalyst. The mechanism is known as key and lock. So two kind of mechanism we have studied. First one is the adsorption mechanism, the second one is key and lock mechanism. So first we will focus on the adsorption, how adsorption is acting as a catalyst. Adsorption is actually explaining that how the catalysts are working on the basis of adsorption. Suppose this is your catalyst, platinum particularly we are using. The above process we have already discussed in the case of ammonia manufacturing. Suppose in this cylinder we have filled the reactant particularly, that is your nitrogen, hydrogen, all those substances we needed, or you can say reactant. So what this catalyst is actually increasing the rate and how it is increasing, that how you will explain on the basis of adsorption. Now first step, it is actually 5-step process to explain adsorption mechanism. First, diffusion of a reactant to the surface of catalyst. Mean to say this is the surface, we have diffuses this nitrogen and hydrogen around your catalyst. Now second step, what will happen? Adsorption of reactant by the catalyst. Okay, so now your hydrogen, you will see that hydrogen will start moving and hydrogen will come around due to adsorption will start coming towards this platinum. That you have already understand in the previous chapter in the chemical kinetics on the basis of the collision theory. Now the reactant has come much near to each other as without catalyst. They are separated, but if we put in the catalyst, they had come very closer to each other. So that's why the collision frequency has increased. That is also one of the way to explain that how adsorption phenomena is helping in a substance acting as a catalyst. Okay, so adsorption of the reactant of the catalyst, reactant by the catalyst. The third step is formation of intermediate. Formation of intermediate. Mean to say catalyst combine with one of reactant, like in the above case catalyst combine with hydrogen and form a intermediate product. Intermediate product. Let's say intermediate product is AB, or you can say by we are using hydrogen, let's AH. Now in fourth step, this intermediate product combine with another reactant, that is your nitrogen, and less in the desired product, that is your ammonia. Okay, so intermediate product get converted into final product in the fourth step. Now what is the fifth step? That is diffusion of product away from the catalyst and making surface available, for more reactants to come do the same process again. Okay, so that's in the 5 steps, simple 5 steps we have explained. Diffusion mean to say we put the reactants around it. Second step, these reactants get adsorbed on the surface around the catalyst. Third step, they will form the catalyst with an intermediate which is more reactive towards the another reactant. Now they will react more rapidly and get converted into final product. Okay, mean to say intermediate combined with the reactant, another reactant to convert into final product. And at the fourth surface, the final product will get released from the surface, making its surface available for the other reactants to get reaction further. Okay, so that's the whole methods that you have explained, that adsorption mechanism to explain that how a catalyst is actually working. Okay. Now, these all we have studied in this topic. In this case, we have explained adsorption mechanism of catalyst only if your catalyst is in the solid condition. Your catalyst is in the solid condition. Okay. Now, the next thing you have to discuss regarding the solid catalyst. Regarding the solid catalyst. In this, you have to explain the activity of catalyst. Activity of catalyst. They are that highly active, and selectivity. That they are also selective particularly. These two things are quite characteristic of a solid catalyst. Activity mean to say its efficiency. Like the same process of nitrogen hydrogen converting into ammonia. If you do in the present, nickel also acting as a catalyst over there. So, but if you use instead platinum, the reaction will be getting more efficient. So the platinum you will consider is more active catalyst for the same process. The second thing is selectivity. Mean to say, in some cases, like a carbon monoxide converting to methane, particularly in presence of nickel, CH4 converting into H2. In the second step, we using the same reactants, but if you instead use copper, the product will be different. That is your methanol. So you see that catalyst presence is quite selective. If you use different catalyst, your product will be some different. So that's why we can say that solid catalysts are quite selective also in nature. So you must know that what is your desired product, and according to that you will define your catalyst. Okay. Now we have done about the solid catalyst particularly. Today's our topic is concerned regarding the catalysis process. We studied the what is the catalyst mean. Okay. What is its states, homogeneous types, particularly homogeneous, heterogeneous, promoters, what is poisons, okay, what are the various features for a solid catalyst, and how on the basis of adsorption you will explain the catalyst is working actually. Okay, so for today we will complete up to the features of the catalyst, solid catalyst particularly. Okay, we will need one more lecture to explain the catalyst particularly. Okay, after that it will get completed. So today your homework to read up to here, read up to features of solid catalyst, and another one is to sort out 10 questions as well as their answer in rough notebook particularly. Okay, thank you.